gonna do another Q&A because I noticed that on my last video you guys weren't able to get to know me like I thought. This is gonna be something a little deeper. You guys are gonna get to know me a little bit more. And we have Brandy. She's gonna be asking me a couple of questions. By the way, she's my sister. And of course we have King Angel in the room.
I'm right here.
He's always here. So we're gonna start. It always happens to her.
How old are you right now?
I'm 22.
Where were you born?
I was born in Guatemala.
How old were you when you came to this country?
I was 7.
Do you like it here?
Oh, I love it here.
What's on your bucket list this year?
This year, there's a couple of things that are in my bucket list. But I do want to, like, this is like one of the main ones, is that I want to go to Vegas for the first time. I've never been there, so I want to go to Vegas this year.
Okay. Why do you want to go to Vegas?
Because I've never been there. Everybody goes and everybody talks about Vegas, but I've never been there. Like, I'm 22 years old and I've never been to Vegas.
Who is the person you can talk to about just anything?
You, Brandy.
Do you usually stay friends with your exes?
No, I think it depends on how the relationship ended. I don't talk to my exes, none of my exes actually. I have them on friends on social media, but I don't talk to them.
If you are in a bad mood, do you prefer to be left alone or have someone to cheer you up?
I'd rather be left alone. Like, you don't want me when I'm like mad. You don't want to get there with me.
What is something you love to do?
I like to spend time with my kids. That is something that I love to do, 100%.
She likes to complain a lot.
I do. I love to complain a lot. That is like so me.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Are you married or?
At the moment, I am single. I am going through divorce. But this would be on some other video. I will be able to talk about it after the divorce goes through because it's legal issues and it cannot be known at the moment.
Would you ever take back someone who cheated?
Definitely not.
What are you thankful for?
My children.
Where would you like to go? What country would you like to go or visit?
I have a couple in mind. Like, I would like to go to France. I would like to go to Great Britain. I would like to go to Italy. But they're like the main one, I think it would have to be Paris. I would love to go visit Paris.
Okay, you talk about going through divorce. Would you get married again?
It's not in my mind right now. I don't think I would ever get married again. I mean, it was an option for me to get married, but I just wouldn't do it again at the moment.
What did your relationship teach you?
It taught me that I can't change someone. Like, you can expect someone to change for you, and you can't change for someone if they're not ready to be committed fully in the relationship.
How was your marriage?
My marriage. So I was in a relationship for 4 years. I was not even married for a year, just disclosure. But I was in a relationship for almost 5 years. My marriage was good. It had good and bads. But I wasn't married for 5 years. Like, I was married for less than a year. But I was in a relationship with this person for almost 5 years. So my first 2 years were probably, I'm not gonna say they were the best years, but they were good. My last almost 3 years were like probably the worst ones. I actually got to know the person that I married. Like, I got to know him like at a very, very deep level. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. Oh my God, you can't do this to me. Okay, next question.
What do you think about when you are by yourself?
Right now that I'm by myself is probably the best. Like, my head is clear, so I think more. I think about my past relationship, I think about the goods and bads, and I think about what do I expect from another relationship, like in my future, like what I expect from the guy and what I expect from myself with that person, if that ever happens.
What is something you learned from the past relationship that you're gonna take to the next one?
That I will never change who I am for nobody. For nobody. Like, I am who I am. If you like me how I am, then that's good. If you don't like me, then you could just get the fuck out of my life. They're all for me.
No, they're his.
Let me see.
Is he getting the same thing you got?
Let me see. This is for me. Let me put this out, but this is important.
Is what you're doing now something you always wanted to do?
Yes and no. Like, I mean, when I was a little girl, I always wanted to become like famous and stuff. But as I started growing up, like, people would be like, oh, you're never gonna like get there, you're never gonna be like that.
What's your favorite book?
It's called Speak. That is like my favorite book.
What's your favorite movie?
Gone with the Wind.
Your favorite song, artist?
My favorite at the moment, my favorite song got to be Better Now.
What is a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
Cheating. Cheating has to be my deal breaker.
When do you think a person is ready for marriage?
Never. Like, in my personal opinion, like, I thought I was ready for marriage. Like, in my opinion, I think I was always ready for marriage, but the person that I was with was not ready for marriage. So if you think that you're ready for marriage, go for it. If you think that you're ready, like, to be in a committed relationship, then go for it. I just think that you have to know if the other person is as committed as you, because you can't be giving 100% and the other person be giving you like 25 or 50%. So if you know you guys are both committed, then you guys both got to give each other the 100% in order for that marriage to work.
What is something you love to do?
Something that I love to do is listen to music and spend time with my kids.
What are you most thankful for?
My children.
Do you believe in second chances with friends in a relationship? Like,
yes and no. You get a second chance, because I did. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, and I did give my ex a second chance. Well, I gave him a couple of chances, but it came to the point where he didn't deserve a second chance, and that's why I cut him out of my life. Like, he literally broke me. He broke my heart. He broke me mentally. He broke me in every way you could imagine. That person broke me. But if he would come to my life right now and ask me for a second chance, a third chance, he won't get it, because I'm done with him. And if, like, in a friendship level, it just depends on what you do. Then if it's not as bad.
well, what is something like bad?
I wouldn't take you back is if, like, you decide to mess with my sister's husband. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, you guys know what's going on with Kylie and Jordan at the moment.
Yes,
Like, yeah, that's like, I know, like, I wouldn't want you back in my life, because to me, family comes first.
What's the one thing that people always misunderstand about you?
Okay, so this is, I don't even know if it's something they misunderstand, but sometimes they look at me and, like, you don't even know me, but you're already thinking that I'm a bitch just because you look at me and because of the way I look. And this was actually told to me by one of my friends. She was like, I didn't want to talk to you at first because you look like a bitch. But she didn't know me. Like, she just said, like, I just didn't want to talk to you because you look like a bitch. I want to ask you something. Do you think I look like a bitch?
Yes, definitely yes. Going back to the marriage part, would you get married again or date? Let's not talk about getting married again, but would you date again?
Maybe. Maybe, but for now, I'm enjoying my single life.
Have you given up on love?
Yes and no. I'm not looking for love right now. Like, I'm not even looking for a relationship. Like, I do talk to people, but that's just talk.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done, and would you do it again?
Being in a relationship that I knew wasn't gonna work. Like, that's probably the craziest thing. Like, I tried for like 4 years.
You knew from the beginning it wasn't gonna work?
I knew from the beginning. I didn't love that person at the beginning. Like, when I moved in with that person, I didn't love him. And he knows that. Like, he knows that I did not love him. It took me a while to I'm gonna say that I did at some point in the relationship. I loved him. Like, I loved him with all my heart. But he broke me.
Okay. Does your job make you happy? Your career. Your career.
I have a career. My career of course my career makes me happy. I love the career I chose. I get to do like.
What is your career?
I'm a medical assistant. So I am like super excited about what I do. I get to give injections. I get to draw blood. I get to take your vitals. So that's something that excites me. Like, I don't like getting my blood drawn. I don't like getting injections. But I mean, I like giving them, which is totally different.
What has been your biggest mistake so far, and what did it teach you?
Getting married. Getting married was like my biggest mistake. What it taught me was that I can't be like, I can't be stupid. Let's just be honest. I can't be stupid for no guy. Like, I can't expect.
You expected too much from them.
I expected not from them, but I expected so much more from him. Like, I was expecting what I was giving back. Oh my god, I can't do this, Randy. You're going too deep. Oh my god. I was expecting him to be a good father, but I just expected so much from this person that wasn't willing to give like anything in return.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Children committing suicide because they don't think they're valuable enough, or because they're being bullied.
Have you been through, have you had suicide thoughts?
I actually tried to commit suicide. It was my senior year. It was actually, if I'm not wrong, it was the day I dropped out of high school. I had a lot of things in my mind, and I was going through a lot at the moment. I was just going through a lot at the moment, and yeah, I was going I was walking through the bridge, and I was staring down at the freeway, and I was seeing the cars go, and I just stood there, and I looked down, and I actually thought of committing suicide. And I stood there for like a while, just looking down at the freeway and thinking of how I was gonna throw myself. Yeah, and I just stood at the freeway, and it took me a while, like, to just think to myself, like, what you're going through right now is not a reason for you to kill yourself, because you know you could actually change the world, even if it's one person at a time. So if you're going through a lot of things right now, I just want to say this, and suicide is not a solution. Like, there is a solution for everything, and we might not see it right now, but we have a reason and a purpose to be in this world. And I just want you to know that you are valuable, and it doesn't matter what people say, what people think. What matters is who you are inside and what you are worth, what you think about yourself. I think that that's more important than whatever the world thinks about you.
Going from something serious, let's change topics. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Do I have a favorite?
What? Why did you do that?
Chinese food. My favorite food is mole with white rice.
Any mole?
No, not any mole, because not everybody knows how to make the mole like my mama makes it. Shout out to my mama!
What's your favorite animal?
Dogs.
Oh my god, I thought we were talking about eating. She's like, dogs.
Something that made you happy when you were little. Something you remember.
It got to be when I was growing up in Guatemala with my grandparents, and of course with you. Like probably that's like one of my happiest memories that I have, growing up with grandparents.
What's one thing you wish you knew how to do?
One thing.
He's kidding.
One thing I wish I knew how to do. I wish I could shut off my emotions.
Okay. What are your goals now?
My goals, well, one of my major goals is to go back to school and become a phlebotomist. Shout out to my dogs. My personal goals is to go back to school. I want to become a phlebotomist, and I also want to get my own place, and I want to travel with my kids. I want my kids to be able to travel.
What is the greatest risk you ever taken?
Dropping out of school. That was one of my greatest risks, because I never knew like if I was ever gonna go back to school. Like it wasn't my plans, but I just didn't know if I was ever gonna do it.
What fictional character do you most relate to?
Speak. That's my book. Well, it's not mine, but it's something I can relate to.
What is something you would tell your younger self now that you know better?
That you're gonna be okay. That's what I could tell my younger self. Like, you're gonna be okay. You'll make it out of this one, girlfriend.
What is your fear? Your biggest fear?
Losing my kids. That has to be my biggest fear. My kids. They're like my life, and losing them, it's my biggest fear.
Nada. Solo que le deseo éxitos en todo esto, madre Jesús.
Thanks, Mama. You're gonna make me cry, huh? Okay.
What do you do or where do you go when you need to be alone?
To my room, or to your room. By her room, I mean my sister's room. Sometimes I even go to Angel's room. King Angel. I go to his room. That's when I like need to be left alone. Like,
who's your favorite sibling?
Me. Why is that even a question?
What is one secret you kept from us, your family?
Oh my god.
Okay, this is personal. Very personal. But it had to do when I was really bad in my relationship. Like, nobody knew about it, not even you guys. Like, that was my secret from you guys. Like, not letting you guys know how toxic my relationship was.
What is something you live by?
Don't come for me unless I send for you. And another one got to be like, don't be mad, but things happen.
Tell them mine. Or is that for another story?
Like, I think you guys will know why don't be mad and things happen in another story. Like, it's hilarious. But yeah, everybody, like, don't be mad. Things happen. So thanks for watching my video. I would like to give a shout out to my sister, first of all, for asking the questions. To King Angel for always being a part of the video. Even though you guys don't see him, he's always here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. If you like my video, don't forget to comment. If you didn't like my video, don't forget to comment. Give me a couple of ideas. What do you guys want to see in my other videos? If there's any challenges you guys want me to do, we have a couple in mind, but we want to know what you guys would like to see from me. My Facebook and Instagram is MadelyneMarroquin, and my Twitter and my Snapchat, it's Madeline20Q. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like my video. If you didn't like it, I don't care. Unlike it. That's up to you.
Don't say that.
But goodbye, everybody. I hope you guys like going deep into my feelings. Like, this was something very emotional for me. So thanks for watching. Kisses.